the needle, the stitches that we've rearranged onto 2 needles. We have the working yarn at the front, and we're ready to start binding off on a 3 needle bind off. So as you can see, we have stitches on 2 needles, and the 3rd needle is the one that we need in order to bind the stitches off. So basically all you're going to do is you're going to knit the front stitch and the back stitch together to make 1 stitch on this needle. You're going to do the same with the next stitch, and then you're going to cast it off as you would any other normal cast off. So you put your needle into the front stitch and your needle into the back stitch, and you knit it. And then you have to pass it off both needles, which is a little fiddly, but you can do it. And again, into the front, into the back, knit it, take it off both needles, and then you pick up the first stitch as you would with a normal cast off and pass it over. And then you do the next stitch in the front stitch, in the back, knit it, take them off both needles, and then pass the first stitch over. And you just keep doing that the whole way along the top of the hat until you get to the very end. Alright, so I've now completed my 3 needle bind off across the top edge of the hat, and you can see it gives a nice finished edge, which you can open it up and it looks beautiful and neat and tidy. And then we just need to finish off for our last stitch. So all we need to do is take our scissors and cut the yarn. And a great little tip, normally I would pass that through there and sew it up. It makes a bit of a lump. So if you just pull like you would with crochet, pull it through, and there you have a beautifully finished 3 needle bind off. Obviously we need to weave in the ends.
Okay. So now we're going to do the applied I-cord, which is a new technique for lots of us. So your normal I-cord, I've got 3 stitches here, knit 3 stitches, slide back to the other end of the needle. Now to do the applied I-cord, I'm going to knit 2, 1, 2, slip the 3rd stitch purlwise, then pick up your Pixie hat, and this is where those V's become really important that you have from the slip stitch edge. We're going to pick up the first one, going through both V's, knit a stitch, so it's the pick up and knit, and then that slip stitch we pass over. So I've now got 3 stitches on the needle again. So slide those down to the other end, knit 2 stitches, 1, 2, slip that 3rd one purlwise, and then we find our next V, go through there, oops, pick up a knit, pass the slip stitch over, and slide down again. So you can see it's slowly, looks a bit messy at this point, but slowly getting attached there. So knit 2, slip 1 purlwise, find the next V, pick up a stitch, yarn over, so we're just coming up to the seam of the hat there. Still just up 2 more, slip, pick up this one, So here we are at the seam there, and then it's just the V's start going in the opposite direction down the other side. So two, slip one, then find wherever you want it to go to start off with, and then you'll be going down the other way. There we go, it's a bit weird going in the other direction initially. That still makes a nice, oops, tidy edge. In the last few stitches here. Okay, so hit two, slip. That's probably my last V that I've got here on the hat, so I'll pick up that one, pass it over, and then we can just knit I-cord as usual to finish it off. So back to the normal I-cord of knitting 3 and sliding to the other end. So we can just knit our 20-25 centimetres, however long it says in the pattern, off the end there. So let's do one more and then show you what the I-cord looks like on the bonnet. That's the focus there. So it just rolls really nicely around the whole edge and goes into, oops, the I-cords either side.
So now Mel has done our beautiful applied cord edging, which obviously is not finished, but it's just to give you an idea of how it looks. And we just thought we'd tell you about sewing on the tag. So the applied I-cord edging is actually the bottom of the hat. So the tag, when you sew it on, needs to be just there, that way round, sewed on to the, just on the edge, just slightly back from the very edge of the bonnet, just about there, facing that direction, and that should finish it off beautifully. Okay, good luck!